value, what the definition of value for us is, and yeah, that kind of thing. I gotta get my brain growing. I gotta get the old brain going a little bit. It's been a couple days. I've been busting it out there. If you guys haven't seen the videos on my channel, we've really been killing it. Um, let's make some chili. We'll talk about it later. We'll talk about it in a little bit once your brain works a little bit better. I'm trying to see if I can't do like one of those. Anyway, hope everybody's doing well out there in YouTube land. I'm gonna slow down, take it slow and steady today, nice and easy. Make some chili. We're gonna start off with a couple of these onions we're gonna dice up. Reflect on the value of this moment. I'm not on a roof and I am not shoveling snow. I feel lucky and blessed to be here in the moment. Again, if you've seen my shorts the last few days, you know I've been waist deep at the very least in it continuously, and this moment is extremely valuable because I am not waist deep in snow shoveling 6 foot off a roof. But with that being said, slow and steady, nice and easy. What is valuable to you, I guess, is the question of the day. What creates value for you, and what do you value? I'd really like to hear from everybody or anybody who feels comfortable chatting with us as we go ahead and make some chili. This chili is extremely valuable to me, not just because of the sustenance, but because, hey, sister, but because of the lessons that came along with making chili. If you caught the last chili one, we won't get too deep into that because we had a whole video talking about tradition. I'm going to slice up these onions to start with. Yeah, I'm using a bread knife. I know, I'm a heathen. It's what I got. That's what I got. For me, it's hard to hold on to the valuable. It's hard to hold on to the value of things when they're readily available, I guess. I realize that self-denial could be the best self-improvement, I think. Not that we don't want to be surrounded in pleasure on a daily basis. DIY, just what's up? I love cooking. It's good to skill to learn. Yeah, thanks, brother. Well, then make us for some chili. You're going to bring us some chili to the new house. I actually am going up to meet Sweet Pea and Jaslyn for chili. If there's some leftovers, I will definitely bring you guys some chili. I actually promised myself this time around I'm going to make like a human batch of chili. I'm going to do about 2.5 pounds of meat, and I don't know how much. It's still a pretty decent sized batch of chili we're going to be making here, but I'm not going for the standard, 15 gallons of chili I usually make. But there should be some leftover sis, and yeah, it's good to know that my chili's valued. I think part of that is it not the effort it takes and the time it takes to do so. It's not a thing that's readily available every single day, right? I don't know how you guys feel about value and what makes things valuable. I'd like to hear, because this is me just muddling around this concept that kind of came to mind recently. Hey, let me change my chat. James, what's up? And a little bit of stuff here. Tree Farmer, hey, what's up, Scott? Glad to see you this morning. I'm up, about moving. Awesome, brother. I'm glad you're still pushing forward from the waterfall to the creek. Awesome, man. I'm glad you're pushing forward today. Tree Farmer, hashtag Tree Farmer for the car giveaway, brother. I hope you, it seems like it's something that you would value, right? Something that you could put to good use despite what a lot of people would say about the old camper car, the Galactic Avenger in my playlist. It seems like you could put it to good use, brother, and I'd much rather do that than junk it. It's got a good engine and tranny, but we all know the Galactic Avenger's seen better days, right? So yeah, brother. But it's still to be decided. This is something that the community will decide. But to be honest with you, Tree Farmer, you're always there. You're doing the best you can to be a part of the community and communicate with us. Travis Scott, no way. Yes, sir. Hey, Turtle Herd, IFV, I'm over here up. These onions get me feeling a little emotional, and I apologize. Feel free to double tap that screen. Your thumbs won't fall off. Feel free to jump into the conversation and express to us some things that you value, and maybe why you value them, or if you've never really, I guess partially I've never really evaluated why I value certain things. Right? There's a lot of things that I hold on to that maybe I shouldn't, and that's I guess part of the conversation of today as well. We can evaluate these things that maybe aren't healthy for us that we value, and we can figure out a way to let them go together. Figure out the purpose behind whatever it may be. But anyhow, turtle herd, Jacqueline, there she is. Sorry, I'm tearing up. I can't, Jacko. Feel free to tap that screen. Your thumbs won't fall off. I appreciate all you guys joining me to make chili. Step 1 is completed. Let's get all this kind of out of the way for now. So we have a nice surface to start off with. I catch my breath after that. Those onions really did me a doozle. We got 2 cans of light red beans, 2 cans of dark red beans, and a can of black beans. And I've got 2 cans of roasted garlic, diced tomatoes, and 2 cans of fire roasted garlic tomato or fire roasted tomatoes. So we got about 5 cans of tomatoes, about 5 cans of beans, 2 decent sized onions. Oh, if I can breathe. 2 decent sized onions, 2 good sized peppers, and we're gonna keep moving forward. Double tap the screen. DIFE says onions make me cry too. Yeah, they do. It's very. I should be chewing gum right now. It's actually a little hack there out there in YouTube land. If you chew gum, I should have clenched my jaw. Something about that reacts with the glands. I used to do that a lot. I used to chew gum when I did it at the Quiznos, shaving them onions all day long. You know, you have to shave a giant batch for the day. And I'll have to admit that my brain's still. Ooh, no. We lost you. Is everybody all right? You're holding up? All right. Oh, I got to admit, I'm still a little wiped out. It's been 7 days of shoveling snow nonstop. We took today off. I'm kind of still groggy and weird, my hands and everything. If you go back and watch the videos, we've only gotten to day 4 so far in the videos. There we go. That's the sound we're looking for. How about we throw a little garlic butter on there? I think we got enough. Stew up our onions and peppers. There we go. Give it the old slappy flappy bagoo. How's everybody doing out there in YouTube land? Do you have a productive week? You moving forward? Pushing hard, pushing strong, acknowledging the valuable things in your life? For me, a day of rest is a very valuable thing right now, and it made me realize that I haven't been as active as I needed to be up until this point. You know, a big part of being mentally sound is getting out there and getting your blood pumping. You know, and definitely got to make ourselves a good meal too. But this whole challenging myself to keep shoveling, because I can make the same amount of money door dashing, smart driving, almost without a doubt. But I said I'd do it, and I challenged myself to push my limits. And we're on day 3 on the short form videos there. I still got, you guys haven't seen nothing yet, to be honest with you. We did some pretty crazy houses. We had some collapses, which I did a couple shorter shorts on that. There was a dairy farm up in upstate New York that fell and killed. They lost about 150 cow or beef cow up there, I guess. And then the Walmart in Central Square collapsed here in Syracuse, New York, as well. So they've been getting a lot of snow. If you want to see some of that snow and some of the hard work we're doing, feel free to check out the shorts. I got some of it there so far. Today we're relaxing, making chili after a long, torturous week. Glad you guys joined me. 2 decent-sized peppers. Next on the docket, make sure to rinse out all those seeds. The seeds will make it kind of bitter. Like I see, wow, Jacqueline, you're. I believe so as well. James, how you holding up? Lots of snow. It's been crazy. The snow's been absolutely insane this year here in Central New York. Trying to give you guys a decent taste of it. But believe it or not, even with the 4 days worth of shorts and the other small shorts that I shared already over the last week, you haven't seen nothing yet. There's some roofs that are coming up in the videos I'll be making soon, the shorts, that are absolutely intense. You know, good group of guys though. I value their company. I value who they are, and the fact that we're all pushing through together despite the struggle, trying to do the next right thing. You know, it might not be the best money in the world for how hard we're working, but what it is helping out our community. You know, there's people out there that their houses are collapsing. We're doing roofs that have 5 or 6 feet of snow on them, and it's absolutely insane. So I can take pride in the fact that I'm doing the next right thing, and to be honest with you, being obligated to be there every day is not a bad thing. You know, it's helped me a lot to push forward and realize that I got to start pushing my physical being. Doing good. Awesome to hear, James. I hope you're healing up well. Cost of living gets me down, but I'm okay. I'm with you too, man. This pot of chili wasn't the cheapest thing ever to make. Everything's going up everywhere, especially if you're in New York. It seems like everything's always been high here. But yeah, slice up our peppers. Get our chili ready. I'm excited to go see my nephew, Little Bear, and my sister, Jacqueline. She's my spiritual sister. My nephew's mother, from my brother who passed away. It's been a while since we've been able to spend some time with them. You know, life's complicated out there. Nothing's perfect. Sometimes things go unsaid, and then life goes on, and you know, you got to wait for it to come back around. You have to have faith. You know, that when these things come back around, they'll come back around in a time that you can be valued as well. Because I guess our own self-value all determines on, you know, is really highly reliant on the value we place on ourselves. You know, are you going to bend over backwards and conform to who you are to somebody else and change who you are? Or are you going to push forward and be a truly valuable and unique human being? By being an authentic you. You know, it's a question worth asking, I guess. And who am I to say? You might think that it's more valuable to bend over backwards for another human being and try to conform to what somebody else wants you to be, but that to me sounds like a sure indicator that you're lacking in loving yourself. And I only say that because I understand that feeling of not loving myself. And I implore you to find value in you and who you are. Find value in loving yourself to the best of your ability, because that's going to set you free in a way that nothing else can. Without a doubt. I don't know much, but I do know that, good sirs and madams out there in YouTube land. That sort of peppers on there. Bazinga, badoodle-danga, zip-zap, zoodle-dandy. I'm going to let those peppers, onions cook a little bit. I got to get this other bundle sliced and diced. Chili's very simple. You know, make a good chili. Ain't too complicated. Stick around for a while. And, we'll throw everything together, nice and easy, slow and steady. Making sure everything's the way it needs to be before we add the next thing, which isn't too complicated. We just want these peppers and onions to saute up just a little bit. Mix in that butter we threw on there, give it a little bit of that noodle. I just deep clean this flat top. Let's throw a little bit in. There's quite a bit of regular butter on there. I don't want to over garlic it or whatnot. Put another chunk of regular butter on there. James, out there, what do you value, brother? What do you value that others might think is invaluable? You know, is there anything in your life that is particularly important to you that might not mean much to somebody else? I guess that's the question. I don't know why I geared at James, but because I respect and appreciate you, good sir. That's why. Let's see what we got here. Sally, it's so good to see you. I'm glad you guys are chatting amongst yourself. I'm here busy cooking. Life is a big party when you're still young, but who's going to have your back when it's all done? Yeah, it's all good. When you're little, you have a pure fun, can't be fooled, son. What about the long run? Good quote there, IFE. We appreciate it. Yeah, I should ask myself that every morning. We should. Jacqueline, thank you for jumping in the conversation. Country, hope everyone's doing well. I'm just trying to catch up, make sure I didn't miss anything important. It's good to see you, Country. Sally, let these peppers and onions saute a little bit. Talk about value. If anybody out there would like to help me understand this concept of value through your interpretation of what value is, what's valuable, and what makes things valuable to you, I think for me, I'm starting to realize that things that are so readily available become less and less valuable unless I truly embrace and try to reflect on these things. The air in our lungs, the earth beneath our feet, how much value do those things hold, right? But how often do you give thanks for those things? How much value do they truly hold if we're not appreciating them? Without these things, we could not subside, right? But we go through not thinking about how valuable they are because they're so readily available, right? That says a lot about relationships and a lot about life in general. Jacqueline, yes, I should eat. Chili begins, dude. Thank you, Sally. And sword, and I have a massive sword and bleeding knife collection. My daughter does not want it. It's yours, brother. You already trying to plan your checkout, brother? Don't you do that. You're going to be around for a long time, James. Don't worry about that. That's your knife collection, man. I think that's absolutely awesome. And again, too, the value becomes on person, right? Those knives and that thing has no value to anybody, to her, But I'm sure that there might be, if you're looking, there's a human being that those things, and if you make the game plan many, many years from now, brother, when you take your transition to the other place, you figure out by then who might want those, I think it's pretty cool that you have a knife collection, man, and you find value in that collection. It's pretty. I have a set of 80s and 90s Marvels cards that like the panoramics and all set up in the thing, and a lot of people might think those are cheese ball, but it's something that I like. What we're gonna do now? And add the meat right to that. The last time, I like doing it this way. I like adding the meat right to the peppers and onions. We couldn't do that last time because I usually make a ridiculously giant pot of chili, and it's hard to put that much stuff on that. Not that it's a small flat top, but it's not really in tune for the size batch of chili I usually make. This is kind of believe it or not, this is going to be a small batch. It's my first attempt, I think, ever maybe making a small batch of chili, but we're going to do our best. I know I should have just not got the cased sausages, but they didn't have any not cased sausages, so. The sweet Italian Gianelli sausage. If you don't know about that, Gianelli's, I feel bad for you. Take this. It's our best, the best Italian sausage that we have here in Central New York, without a doubt. I realize a lot of places don't even have sausage the way we have sausage, which is funny because big down south, sausage would be a huge thing. All the livestock and whatnot. But you go down to like my uncle's in Indiana, and all they have is like bratwursts, which is weird. Because they thought, with all the farms down there, you get any kind of steak, and all their meat's really cheap. I guess you could make your own sausage. And this is about 1.33 pounds of sausage and 1 pound of burger, which is significantly less than what I usually use. I usually use about 6 pounds of meat for my batch of chili. Like I said, dude, we used to overcook chili all the time. Yeah, it's not overcooking, man. It's not like it ever went to waste. Anybody out there who's had my chili will tell you that none of it's going to go to waste. I made this much, and I already got a bunch of people chomping at the bit. As soon as they, Nicole's on here already trying to get her piece, and I get it. It makes me feel appreciated. I guess makes me feel like my chili is valuable, has value in this world beyond myself, right? It allows me to bring value. So yeah, if anybody has any understanding of value, or thank you, James, for sharing. For me, I guess the most valuable thing I believe that any of us are given are the connections that we make here in this world. It's the only thing that we're allowed to take with us. It's the connections that we make in this beautiful life of ours. Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate you, IFV. Stumbled through that one pretty good. Angels and Demons. Turtle Herd, Maria, how you doing? M. Dizzle, the Mike Drizzle, one day. I'm grateful for one more day. Beautifully said, IFE. Today is a beautiful thing to be grateful for. The earth beneath your feet, the lungs, the air in your lungs, the sky above our heads, this beautiful thing that we have here together as a community, moving with passion in our heart. In this moment have so much value because take a second and appreciate that value. Back to the chili. I'm starting to think the pot I was going to use might not be big enough. But we'll find out. I think I got a bigger pot. Might be kind of just chop the snit out of that. Everybody's well out there in YouTube land. If you haven't had a chance to catch some of my shorts lately, gosh, the snow has been intense. It's a beautiful winter wonderland out there. I'll give you guys a quick peek if you want. Good day for chili, I'd say. Appreciate you joining me. Quite a bit worn. That's all right, right? It's okay. Quite a bit worn today. I don't have to be anything but what I am in this moment for you, my friends, and I appreciate that. Sometimes we're up. Sometimes we're able to push forward and be this charismatic light in the world, and other times we're just worn down. Sounds like we've been shoveling snow for 7 days straight off of roofs, and we're going to do it probably for freaking 7 more if the people keep calling, because the snow is going to start calming down compared to what it was, but it's still going to be pretty crazy for a while. Give that a little choppy. Oh, with that being said, deep breath, slow down, slow and steady. Always grateful for one. Hey, Joe, it's good to see you. Thanks for waving. Turtle Herd says MD. Hello, Ziozo. Hey, MD country. You have some good sausage. Cajuns have some good. You're definitely right, country. I appreciate that. Love the big grill. I need a bigger one. Look at this thing. This is a small batch of chili. If I want to make a real batch of chili, it's gonna make a Jacqueline, Nabler, some over last two. Oh yeah, so I got Jaslyn and her husband are gonna come over and have dinner with us. Jacko, country. Let's see. Let's try to get caught up here. Country, cornbread. Ooh, yeah. Cornbread is absolutely amazing. I wish I had some cornbread. It'd go great. My sister Lena is a new subscriber, Oh, well, I appreciate that, Sally. Linda, it's good to see you if you're out there. I hope you're doing well. Linda's an amazing human being. We're not sure. Okay, yeah. Oh, you're talking about your friends, Mike. You're going to come over for chili, too. Well, awesome. Well, you can share this live with them. And they can kind of get a preview of what they're getting themselves into if they want to, I suppose. But yeah, slow and steady, nice and easy today. Make yourself a pot of chili on a nice cold day. Relax, reflect on value. For me, again, the value of this chili isn't in just the sustenance. The bigger value is in the lessons learned as me and my father figure cooked chili together for years. The patience, the relaxation, and the reflection of, we're making a meal for the ones we love. We're able to take creators' bounty and turn it into something amazing that everybody loves. And those moments were so beautiful, but in the moment, not valued as much as they're valued now. So it's those moments are probably the most valued moments I could think of. Sitting there at the house making pots of chili with Al, joking around, watching whatever on TV, UFC fights or whatever Take those moments, and those are the things that are most valuable. The moments, right? The connections we make. I would say that's the only thing that you bring with you. That's the most valuable thing in this world is the connections we make, because it's the only thing that you bring with you. And sometimes it can be hard to believe that life can be that. The meaning of life can be that simple, right? But it's like anything else. It's the simplest thing in the world, and it's also the most complicated. Somehow that's how life works. Don't ask me. I'm still seeking the truth. I do not know it, So I am trying to have an open-ended conversation with you guys out there. Go from there. Anyhowsen. What do we got? Jacqueline, well, not sure. Boyfriend Sally, awesome. You're back. It's good to see you. How you holding up, man? You in it for some good chili today? Some reflection on value. Some chili. Reflection of love, appreciation, and hope through this simple thing we're doing here. Making chili, reflecting on value, being appreciative and hopeful, standing strong to the best of our ability, hitting that like button because your thumbs won't fall off. I'm almost sure of it. And if they do, we always thought they shouldn't have. Be right back, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, anybody out there cooking good today? Is there any particular meal out there that you guys value more than others for maybe any emotional reasons, as I value this chili? That'd be an interesting one to hear about if you guys wouldn't mind. I'm kind of focusing on making sure we're going to have to... It's a little complicated draining this on this thing. So what I usually do is I'll push it forward off to the side there. Don't lose any of the yummy. The spoon, as always, necessary. Looks like it needs a little wash. Take all that extra grease. Throw it right in the grease trap. You lose a little bit of onions, but definitely don't want to be putting all that grease in your chili, without a doubt. You start kind of skimming that off. And I'll flop it over to the other side, do the same thing. Let that saute until we get all the pink out of it. It's really close. Looks like they're... I need to give old Bessie here a good cleaning. Al's corn soup spoon, without a doubt, has made more corn soup and chili in its lifetime than I could ever possibly imagine. Some hangover soup too, I'm sure of it. I've been there for a few pots. This is one of the gifts I got after my father's 10-day when he passed, and something I'm honored to have in my life and treat with respect, love, appreciate, right? The value of this piece of wood here in my hands is immense, because of where it came from, what me and this thing have gone through, this seemingly ordinary, a little bit extraordinary soup and chili stirrer, has more value to me than pretty much anything else I own. This guy right here, Al Smoke of the Onondaga Nation, made more pots of corn soup with this. Pretty sure it came from his grandmother, than I could ever even start to think of. We used this stirrer in the corn soup that we made for Rob and for Steve during both their 10 days when they passed. And, it was a beautiful gift that I received when my father passed, in the bundle that was given to me. And I'll cherish this little chunk of wood, and it'll have more value to me than anything else I own probably for the rest of my life. It's these simple, mundane things that can actually, can maintain value, right? And that's real value, that's the memory. That's what Al was talking about. That's the, what real value is right there, the connection. It brings me back to that moment. It brings me back to all those moments of You know, making corn soup, and making hangover stew, and making big pots of all kinds of fat kid yummy stuff, and chili and everything else, and spending time with this great human being who taught me how to be, a good human being, and helped me understand what it meant to walk softly, right? The value in walking softly, the value in being a good human being, just, despite the fact that it's not easy. It's easy being an asshole. It's easy being a jackass. It's easy to take your frustrations out on the world. That's the easy way. To be a good human being, to be a good caregiver, to be a good warrior is something that takes struggle and time, thriving, something to work towards. Just like a good pot of chili. Take your time with it, Don't rush it. It's going to be all right. Looks like our meat's getting close to being done. Nothing good comes easy, says IFV. Polo. It's good to see you, brother. I'm not really too deep into the comments today, but I would like you guys to express yourselves on something that you hold valuable. Is there anything in your life, like the old stirrer there that you value? I'd love to hear about it, A lot with that thing that's in your life that reminds you of that moment that is valuable. Allow me to be a part of that moment, part of that thing. That'd be awesome. That's how we connect, right? Open expression of appreciation and hope. All right, I'm gonna turn that off because that's done. I'm gonna finish my cigaroo I'm enjoying right now as we get set up. I'm not sure if that pot's gonna be big enough. What do you guys think? That 10 cans, basically. Chili powder. I don't know. We're gonna give it a whirl. I'm hoping that'll be big enough. Let me see if I got a bigger pot. If you guys chill out for a minute, conversate amongst yourselves. That is the biggest pot I got besides the jumbo pot, which I don't really want to. I don't think I have enough to really warrant that, really. I'll let this go a little bit longer. There we go. That fork still looks a little bit undercooked. Mince it up a little bit. Now, normally we'd have at least a pound of venison in here too. You do a 6-pounder, you used to do probably 2 pounds of venison, 2 pounds of pork, 2 pounds of beef was the standard when we threw our chili together. I thought my dog that means little without me. Now I can be mad. Dog keeps gripping the ball on feet every 5 minutes. Well, you got that fluffy. You got a fluffy little bunny that's pecking at your toes every 5 minutes when he wants attention, and if you don't give it to him, he snips your shoelaces. Check out Bun Bun's playlist. You won't regret it. But I'm not exactly sure if all this is going to fit in that pot right there and then some. I think we got this. It's going to be a hell of a pot. I might have to get a smaller pan too when I go to heat them up and do 2 smaller pans. But we're getting there. We're almost browned up. All those peppers and onions look nice and sauteed. Ooh, yeah. Well, you know what? I never ate my breakfast sandwiches. Probably do that. Sitting here starving. Got this breakfast sandwich over there. I didn't even touch it yet. Yes, it is. Well, that's only 1.5 pounds, or 2.5 pounds. And so usually like my batches are like 6-pound batches of just meat. But it's like, I don't know, it's pretty insane, but that was part of our tradition. Was to sorry about that, was to make giant pots and feed everybody we care for. Now, I did decide to downsize it this time around, which maybe I shouldn't have. because as I'm cooking, I'm starting to realize the true value of my chili with the way everybody's responding and everybody wants some. We'll make sure we get everybody that wants some chili. I think we might have enough. Polo, welcome to everyone. Thank you, Polo. We appreciate you. Tommy, it's good to see you, brother. Making some chili, reflecting on value. Tommy, is there anything in this world that you value the way that I value chili because of the lessons that were learned through making chili with my father? Or the way that I value this stirring spoon here that was gifted to me, that was my father's, that was his grandmother's, I believe. Is there anything like that in your life that you value, that you could share with us? Yeah. Learn and grow about each other a little bit. And again, hashtag Tree Farmer is killing it. I've seen him in a few different shorts out there, making himself seen, supporting the channel. This is obviously taking a bit more time than I first intended, but I'm taking it slow and steady. There's no obligations. I'm doing the best I can. I have this opportunity to be a little bit more prepared before I leave, so I'm going to maximize that opportunity before I head out even. And then we still got some other steps to take before, I'll be able to give the Galactic Avenger away. So we still have some time there. But hashtag Tree Farmers, we've really been putting in the work. Keep putting in the work, Tree Farmer. Keep commenting on posts and hashtagging your commenting on the post of what it's about, whatever whatever you see. And then anybody out there who wants a free car, check out the Galactic Avenger car giveaway in my live playlist. Very simple. We're giving away the Galactic Avenger to somebody in need who becomes part of the community. Tree Farmer is heading that right now. But I won't be making that decision. The community will be making that decision based on who they feel will put it to best use, based on who they feel will value the Galactic Avenger for what it is. It's not a Ferrari. It's not it's a little camper car that I created and traveled with that will never die, that has a million little issues, or at least 1,000, probably not a million, 1,000 little issues. But it's got a heater and a bed that you stick your feet into the trunk, and you can subscribe and join the shit show. Very much valued that. What's your tattoo? Polo, what's your tattoo of, brother? A pair of... What do you have? You have a... You got a pair of knickers from the 90s? Hey, man, if they hold a lot of valued memories for you, they count. I value Christmas. As my mother left me when she died. Hey, I value... Thank you. Christmas bulbs. Your mother... That's awesome, Tommy. Thank you. That seems like a beautiful gift to get in the wake of a passing. Just like the stirring spoon. These things, they become valuable, Can you put a price tag on these things? That spoon, you couldn't buy it off me. There's no way. You couldn't pay me to destroy it. You couldn't buy it off me. I guess at a certain extent, because they all would call me stupid if someone offered me $1 million for a piece of wood. But I don't see that happening. All right. My tattoo. I appreciate you, Polo, sharing. Country, there's probably some thing. Is money a valued thing in your life? Is money the thing that consumes all, that creates the most value? You can't take it with you. It's a temporary thing here in this physical world, money. How much value? We got to give it value. It's got value, right? That's without a doubt. But it doesn't have to have all this value that everybody insists that it has. It doesn't. You can't take it with you. It truly, at a certain point, a certain amount of money diminishes the relationships you have because they're not pure. People treat people a different way that have money, that have access to money. It's... I'd rather be treated in a genuine and real way than, No, I think this is going to be more than fine. We're going to be all right. I'm going to go ahead and clean that up later on. Okay, so there's all our meats and veggies. We can turn this off. dough. Hold the dough. We got all our meats and veggies in the pot. Slow and steady. Let's see. What's this? What the F are you on, Scott? Can I have some? Bolo, I'm on love and appreciation in this moment, dude. You can have it all. I'm on a serious wave of endorphins from kicking my own ass for 7 days straight after sitting around and spark driving, not doing any hiking, not traveling. I'm worn the fuck out physically right now, brother, but I'm emotionally stable because I did something naturally good for myself over the last week. Am I physically feeling drained and stretched? Yeah, brother, but you can have this too. You can have it, man. Just don't forget the lesson. As I forget the lesson at times. It's hard for me to remember the lesson, to get out there and get moving, to hydrate, to reach out to a friend and show love and respect, to take some of these mental health tips that are in some of my shorts and take them seriously if you're struggling. Jacqueline, time would be valuable over a lot of other things if you had any time to legitimize legitimately enjoy. Yeah, I believe that too. At the end, here's the thing. So at the end, what's going to be valuable? Are you going to look back and be like, oh, I wish I would have made one more dollar. I wish I would have bought one more thing. I wish I would have spent one more day at work. Or are you going to look back and be like, I wish I would have took the opportunity to have dinner with someone I love. I wish I would have been open and honest and communicated. What is going to hold value at the end of the day for you? At the end of this beautiful life, when you're making that transition, you're going to look back and there's going to be certain things that you value now that I don't think are going to be worth anything. The car, the money, this idea, the status, or whatever you're striving for. And I think that those moments lost of spending true time with people you care for and reaching out when you needed to, or when they needed you, or whatever it may be, those moments are going to be the most valuable. I hope I can find a way to remember that and not lose track of it. And that's part of this right now. It's part of this. Remember and not lose track of this, of what we are and what we're doing. I'm going to go ahead and set you like that for a minute. I'm going to have to shift the phone, I think. God damn it. And we'll go ahead and we'll get all the yummies in there. Like I said, we have 2 cans of fire roasted diced tomatoes. We'll start with those. Get the can opener out. Just give me a minute. Let's start with the 1 pop can we have. We have a mild diced tomatoes with green chilies in it. This is a $1 can of, so one of the 5. This is only one of these. We'll throw that in there. And then we've got fire roasted diced tomatoes by Hunt's. I love these. Something about the fire roasted look. It gives it just a nice. It also gives it a little bit of that fire roasted flavor, which I like. I do like the kind of singed look it has. Roasted and yummy. And then here's a garlic roasted. It's not fire roasted, but these are roasted in garlic. So you get a little garlic in there. I'm pretty sure I got 2 of each of these. So there's that one. See, it doesn't really have that fire roast look to it, but it's got nice little chunks of garlic in it. So I didn't want to go too heavy with the garlic butter because those tomatoes do have a bit of garlic in it. One more of the old fire roasted. You can mix and match with whatever kind of, if you want to follow this recipe and have this size of batch, 5 cans of some kind of diced tomatoes, crushed tomatoes. I wouldn't use tomato sauce per se because you're going to cook this down a little bit. And the sauce, it's just weird to me to put sauce in chili. But crushed or diced tomatoes, I prefer this kind of mixture, and I do like the little green peppers, a little splash of chili peppers in those little cans. It's a mild. But there's our 5 cans of tomatoes. And then we have these light red kidney beans. I don't really like the things. I don't like it comes with juice in it. I don't know if it's a me thing or if it's reality, but I like to kind of dump that out and then rinse the can out. Try to get that out of there. I'm not I think you're just supposed to, a lot of people just dump that in, but I don't know, something about that goo on the top. I never really liked the idea of it. So there's 1 can of the light reds. Can 2 light red coming up. Rinse that one out too. chili's got to be one of the simplest things to make for the bang for your buck too. You know, I mean, this thing, it wasn't the cheapest. Then we got our dark red kidney beans. Those come in that water too that I'm not a fan of. Drain that out, rinse out the beans again. Use that little top that I popped it off there as like a little screen. Just kind of give it a couple rinses so you don't end up with that. And then we're probably going to end up having to someone's calling. Gwen's calling. That's all right. We'll call back Gwen. That's my stepmother, my spiritual mother, Gwen. Amazing human being. I'll give her a ring back after we get done making chili. Too, like, what's valuable to you? Like, my stepmother, this amazing human being who married my stepfather after my mother did, and you know, treats me as a son, right? You know, it's the interactions there over time that are valuable. It's that connection that Al was talking about. It's that thing we get to take with us, you know. She's just calling. I'm sure she's just calling to tell me that she loves me and she wants to know how I'm doing. That's it, you know. It's a beautiful thing to have people that care for you in that way. And I do got a can of, so 2 cans of the red, 2 cans of the dark, 2 cans of the light red beans, if I can speak. And then I like a can of black beans as well in there. Oh, look at that! I think this pot is going to work out just great. Let's get a All right. I might have to use a smaller spoon. Nah, I got this. You can't make you can't make chili without the chili spoon, bro. Yeah, you need the chili spoon. This isn't necessarily the buckskin I usually use, so it's a little different, but there we go. Yes. All right. Now, with all that shenanigans going on, about a couple of these. It'll probably take about 1.5 of these chili containers. It definitely will take 1. That's a lot of chili. But give it a little taste and see what the consistency is after this one. It might take up to 2. I mean, that's a lot of chili. Well, you'll see the transformation here in just 1 second from ordinary mixed jumbly yumminess to chili. And these are only $1. You know, I don't really particularly see any difference in the more expensive chili powders. To be honest with you. Do is move that, take this off, add back up. Here's the thing with chili too. It's I like to cook it a little bit, get marry all them flavors. You can eat it just like this as soon as you mix it up, I suppose. But that was Al's thing. He goes, chili's done. I'm like, we can let that roast for a while. He didn't cook his peppers and onions either. He liked it because we had our differences in chili, you know. But I like my peppers and onions sautéed, and I like my chili to kind of be cooked down a little bit. You know, look at that. There we go. There's that chili we know and love now, starting to come together. Yeah, more pot of chili. For the old spoon. I wouldn't call it a spoon. I don't know. What the hell would you call this thing? You'd call it history right there is what I'd call it. We're going to definitely need some water in there. For sure. I mean, you could eat just like that would be fine too. But I like a little bit of juice with my, oh no! With my chili. So I'll do 1 can of water in there. I'm sure that'll kind of give it a thin. Let's give it a half a can first. Make sure we don't oversaturate it. Mostly, there we go. That's the one. You're kind of replacing that goo that comes with the kidney beans that I'm not a fan of. Kind of with some water. I'd rather have water in there than whatever the hell that is. But anyhowsin'. Gonna let that stew on low for a while. Let that get brewing. See how everybody's doing up here in YouTube land. How we holding up there, everybody? Polo. what time would be valuable ever like to do? Oh, there we go. I got to scroll up. Oh, thanks, Sally. I appreciate that. I'm working hard on taking care of me, and I implore you to do the same. You'll never see a U-Haul behind a horse. A hearse. So you never see a U-Haul behind a hearse. Blah, blah, blah. So true, IFV. Great turtles. Thank you, Andy from Scotland. We appreciate you, Andy. The big dog. Like I said, I'm a bit worn out from the last 7 days, man. Go check out the channel. Leave some comments. Give me some motivation to keep moving forward because we're going to go out here and start shoveling snow again here tomorrow for a few more days, which will help me to... Has that been doing that the whole time? Ooh, you meanie. That'll be helping me to get ready for this adventure to come, do the next right thing. Sally, that's what they used their Brooks. The conversation just went on so long without me. I apologize. You were telling me what, Polo? Please tell me again while I'm looking. What was for Scott? Always better the next day. Oh, chili is definitely always better. That's true, country. Did you put any salt? No salt. No salt. Just the chili powder. And something like that, salt, pepper. You can always add that afterwards. A little Cajun seasoning if you want some spice to it. I kind of like the zest. I like the flavor what it is. I do like spicy stuff, but I don't really ever make my chili spicy because you could just add spices to it, individually, and then everybody can enjoy. As you can tell, this baby batch of chili I just made, it's and that's the baby version of what I usually come up with and make. Oh, you bitch! There you go. Let that simmer a little bit. Start to simmer. We got all those flavors together. Again. Oh, there it is. All right. Is it going to stay? Who knows? All right. Well, that's it for me today, I think. Give a few more minutes to chat, guys, if you want. I appreciate everybody who's helping spread the word about the free car giveaway. I appreciate everybody coming in and liking today. But this is about all the energy I have in me. So I appreciate you. But we'll sit in silence for a little bit if you don't mind. I'm that overwhelmed. I've been physically crushed. We've only gotten to day 4 in the shorts too. So even if you're watching the shorts, there's still 3 more days of insane snow, insane snow BS coming. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, a little bit more. Probably not a whole nother one for this, because I usually use 2+ on the big patches. But I could use right there. We'll leave about 70, about 25% of that. You can always add more. 25% of that second jug of chili powder, I think, is what's going to get it. Let it simmer a little bit. Let that marry. And then, that's so good. Jacqueline, I hope you're excited. Appreciate being able to come over and check out your place. It's really awesome that Jaslyn, my niece, and her husband can meet us. And I know Jaslyn's excited about seeing Bear and seeing you, and you get to meet her husband. It's going to be awesome. We're going to put this pat of chili to good use, and then whatever left over, I'll have to leave you some, but I got to bring some to Nicole and her new place too, I guess later on this afternoon. We got an hour and a half drive up there to Jacqueline's house. We're up I forget where you said you live now. Swiss cheese brain today, guys. It's gonna be good, Jacko, for sure. And it is always better the next day, country, without a doubt. That's why I like to kind of stew it a little while. Al would say that's done right now. Eat the chili, and he'd have raw veggies in there. But that was his thing. We take the lessons needed, and then we add to them on in our own record, I guess, as well as another chili lesson here for the moment. That was Scott. Hello, me, Sally. Where am I at? I'm so far behind. Finding the salt helps to break the onions down when it slow cooks. Okay. Well, I tend to I saute the shit out of the onions and peppers with the meat too, so it doesn't really need to break down anymore, I don't think. But I appreciate the thought. Maybe I can incorporate that. And so here's the thing with me and chili too: is it's always evolving. It's always evolving. Try something new next time. Maybe I got this particular kind of set of things that I like to use. This one's a little bit different because of the size and trying to hold back a little bit from what I usually make. Even though I think we did pretty good. I mean, that's not a baby pot or nothing. that's some lummy right there. And but yeah, simple enough. I think this pot might have cost me $25 to make altogether. And as you can tell, you could be eating on that for a while for $25. If you're looking for what I was thinking about doing was getting like a crock pot and like figuring out a way to rig it up into the engine of the car so that when I'm traveling, I could just like throw together the crock pot stuff and have it along the way. But now I'm going to get caught. I'm trying to get back down to the bottom and then make sure I don't miss anything. Felt kind of messy. One last time. It's MD for... It's like, oh, geez, Polo, that's your MD? Why? What is that about? I don't know what we're talking about. My brain is Swiss cheese, everybody. So just so we know, I've been with my wife 10 years today. Crank, that's beautiful, man. Happy anniversary, first of all. And secondly, that sounds like something awesome to value, man. That's a rarity in this world to at this point. It's becoming rarer and rarer. Of course, James says sorry. James, we love your face, man. I'll be heading out here probably the end of next week, depending on how much this goes down with the snow stuff, and Ohio to see W for a minute. And I'd like to see James in St. Louis before I head south, if that's possible, brother. I'd really like to have a good pizza with you. I forget what Randy said the name of the pizza place is, bro, but there's a certain pizza place there that has like this panned pie that has like a cheese and sauce mix on it. I think we discussed that before, but I'm shot. The slow cooker, good power vacuums. Yeah, the slow cooker would be great. Yeah, no problem, Jacko. It's that simple. Anytime you want to come back and rewatch it, you could just look at the thumbnail and you could see every ingredient, In a batch this big, it was basically 5 cans of tomatoes, whatever your preference, 5 cans of beans, whatever your preference, 2 decent size peppers, 2 pretty large onions, and in our method here, you can make, and then I used, with all of that, a pound of burger and 1.3 pounds of sausage, and then I used 1 1/4 of this guy right here. So that's it. That's the chili. It's 37, 16 years, 17 soon. Awesome, IFE. It looks beauteous. I'm sure it is actually beauteous to the Maximus. Guys, I appreciate everybody being in today. It definitely looks like chili. It's a chilly day. I'm going to go ahead and get me some chili. Let it stew a little bit longer. Relax and breathe. It's been a long day. Appreciate all the likes. Appreciate everybody joining me to make chili this morning. Not necessarily the peppiest, steppiest I've ever been, but I think we had a nice conversation today. It was nice reflecting on this understanding of value so that moving forward into the future, I can understand what's valuable to me and keep that stuff in mind. The things that are valued are the things we put the energy into. So frequently we put energy into all this stuff that holds no value for us because we're told that it should hold value for us, right? I've never quite understood that, and I'm starting to evaluate what value is for me so that I don't keep making that mistake. I want to look back at my life and know that I held close to things that were truly valuable, that that me being a strong and caring, compassionate warrior and caregiver brought value into this world beyond anything that I could ever have wished for. Now I will have moments of struggle and doubt, but that's what the turtle herd's for, right? We're in this show together, my friends. Messenger Chris. It's a lot of chili. Messenger Chris, you missed the last one that we made chili? I thought you caught the last one. That's a baby batch of chili. Look, that's the pot we used last time. That's the pot we used this time. That's the ittiest bitty, Chris. That's the babiest riddle chili that I've ever made. I feel like a chump right now. This is not new, but I was trying to be conservative. And now I'm thinking maybe I should have made the big pot because I'm sure you want some, right? And maybe there'll be some left over. I got to bring that up, feed about 5 people, bring them to my sister. I'm sure that you wouldn't argue if I brought you some, right? On top of that, I do have this everything toasted, or this everything loaf of Walmart bread. It was like $1.50. What I'll do is I'll slice it not necessarily thin, but about yay. And then I'll put the garlic butter on there and we'll toast that right before we have our chili. Turtle herd is valuable. Very much so. The turtle herd has become a very valued part of my life. It's a piece of the puzzle that's helping me find peace in my heart and every step of the way. And I appreciate you guys being here. I appreciate you spending the time with me making chili. I appreciate all the love and comments that everybody's been throwing at the lives or the shorts that I've been doing. I've been doing my best to keep up with what's going on this last week, but as you can tell, there's been a lot going on, and it's spend a few hours of mentally just kind of relaxing, and then I got an hour and a half drive up to Jacqueline's, and my niece is up there by Watertown somewhere. I forget what the name of it is. Like I said, Swiss cheese brain. But if you haven't liked or subscribed, feel free to do so. We appreciate all of our Turtle Herd members, new, old, young. Anybody out there searching for the answers? Anybody out there, determined to find the truth in this life, to find a way away from pain, to find who strives to find love and value in the real things that are valuable. But, that being said, I appreciate all you guys, and I hope you have some good chili in your life. Yeah, it definitely is. Enjoy some downtime. Love you, Scotty. I love you too there, Messenger Chris. Appreciate you deeply for everything you do and everything you are, brother. I hope you have a blessed day. And if you had the time, man, go back and check. I just dropped a few shorts over the last couple days. I'm up to day 4, and showing the days, but there's a handful of other fun ones that are in there. And maybe I'll do that later while I'm relaxing. Just make a couple more days worth of shorts while I'm getting some recuperation, because I'm sure next week is going to be just as rough with the weather that we're still having here. It's winter wonderland out there, ladies and gentlemen. There's a lot of snow to be pushed. So check out the shorts on my channel and all the work we've been putting in. Take care of yourself emotionally, physically, and spiritually today by assessing what is valuable to you in this world. What brings value to that thing that you value so much. This spoon, this chili, for me, is valued well beyond what it's physically worth because of the lessons that came along making pots of chili with my father and the pots of corn soup that he stirred with this amazing spoon and these connections that we make, as the big dog would say. These are the real valuable things that we have in our life. These are the things that we should hold close. These are the things that truly bring meaning to our existence, is the connections that we have here. And I lose track of that sometimes, wrapped up in the pain, the misery, wrapped up in the anguish of life, thinking that I own it all, that it's all mine. I lose track of the fact that there's medicines out there to help me, that can help us push forward. And one of those medicines is cooking a good meal for some friends, hydrating and loving myself, understanding that anywhere that I have to be or that I will go is going to take time to get there. And it's not going to be just one big, bridge that's going to drop down in front of me. It's going to be puzzle pieces that I place consciously that are going to get me to a beautiful place in my life, that are going to help me find appreciation, love, and hope beyond my wildest expectations, because I let go and I decided that I deserved more. And I implore you to do the same. And we can take care of ourselves in an amazing way just by truly evaluating what is valuable to us and holding that close. knowing that one day this will all be gone, and the only thing that you get to take with you is those connections you made. In this moment, we might not think about it, but the air in your lungs and the earth beneath your feet is the most valuable things that we were given without expectations. We are expected to take care of Mother Earth. That's in a lot of religions. To care for her comes first in most religions, and then it's the dominion part. We have to care for her first. We lose track of that because it's so readily available, right? It loses value. How could it be valuable? It's just right here in my fingertips. I think we do that a lot with love, too. I know I've done it a lot with love, with appreciation, compassion, and hope. When it's so readily available, it's not as valuable. And I find myself in those broken moments looking to grasp onto one little glimmer of hope, that glimmer of hope that I find in my heart through communication, compassion, and care for myself has more value than anything else in the world, because it's the only thing that can pull me back from that dark place. So with that being said, that's about all the energy I have in me today. I appreciate you all. Gwendolyn Smith, what's up? Oh, Gwendolyn, there you are, Gwen. I know you just seen your call, Ma. I really haven't been paying attention to telling everybody how great you are, and I'm going to call you back soon. I hope you're doing well. I just made a huge pot of chili. I know you're not around, or not even a huge pot. I made the babyest pot of chili I ever made in my life today. But it's, I guess, to a normal human being, still a fat pot of chili, I guess. I mean, people don't know until they know, I suppose. But I love you, and I appreciate you, Gwen. Let's get caught up on the comments first. Little Gwen was here to someone with brain to get a trap to stay on the roof, and I am not home. Little Gwen have someone with a brain to get up on the trap on the stay on the. Okay, I'm gonna call you about that. Give me a minute. Let me eat a little bit. We'll chat about that. I got today off. I got to go up to Jacqueline's, which is up in like Watertown. I don't know if it's something that can be done within, with a half a brain in a few minutes. I could probably swap out there, or in a half an hour. Maybe it's something I could just swap out, jump out there on my way up, because I got to pass your exit there. It probably shouldn't be something to just, we'll chat about it here in a second, Mom. I'm on my way up that way to bring this chili to Jacqueline and Bear and to Jaslyn and her husband. So, I'll give you a call as soon as I get done with this. Jacqueline, you've seen the really big boy pots of chili. Don't you can tell me that shit. If anybody's seen the fat kid pots of chili, it's you. That's the babyest riddle. You know what I mean? That's the tiniest itty bitty here. And don't feel free to not double tap the screen, because you're allergic to it. It's not good for you. It's full of poison, and it's got too many good things, and you absolutely won't like it. So make sure you don't double tap that screen, because it'll be too much for you. You won't be able to handle it. You know what I mean? I wouldn't want you to overexert yourself, with feelings of appreciation and acceptance. So whatever you do, if you can't handle love and appreciation and hope, don't double tap that screen, because your thumbs will fall off and it'll be all your own fault. Alrighty, Rody. With that being said, love, appreciation, respect. Go check out the 10-minute live that talks about giving away the car. Let's get the hype going on that again. Out there doing the work. If you're out there and you're one of the contenders for the car, get out there and comment on videos according to what the video is, and then hashtag Team You, hashtag Team Tree Farmer, hashtag Team Mark, or in the running, hashtag Glue Huffer is third, and I would say hashtag. We have another one that hasn't even really made any appearances here. But let's get some hype going on around that, because we're going to be giving the car away soon. I mean, I know who I have in my heart, but the community is going to decide who the car goes to. So let's keep that in mind. The next right thing after Sally's is coming up. We got this, that, and the other thing, the car and a bunch of stuff. But we will eventually be to Sally's, and we'll have to figure out who we're helping next. So keep all that in mind as well. And, let me know. Get on my page. A lot of my stuff's in shorts. Coffee Talk is something that is the long form that I really take pride in, that I'd really like as much, true feedback on as possible, because I'll be doing another one of those soon. And check out the playlist. We got a chunky little bunny in there. He's pretty awesome. You got my car, the Galactic Avenger, the car we're giving away. We got cool stuff all across the country, and really good food. And a section of doing the next right thing. We got Sally's videos in there of fixing up her house and doing what we can to do the next right thing. Engage with the channel, if you would. so that we can enhance this conversation of love, respect, and appreciation. We can grow a community that understands that it's okay to communicate about these things. And then not only is it okay, it's essential. We're all human beings. We need to be able to understand that we're all in this together, and normalize the conversation of pain and grief so that we can heal and be healthy human beings and value that healing growth. I think it's a conversation needed in a lot of places in the world right now, and I'm glad that we can have this conversation. Feel free to share this to someone you might love, who might be in need of that counsel or that place to feel welcomed and loved and appreciated. If that's all, if that's all we can offer, then I'll feel like I did something blessed today. With that being said, in all reality, please double tap that screen. Your thumbs will not fall off. It does have all the vitamins and nutrients that you need for a day of enjoyable hiking in the sun. I'm going to go ahead and cut out of here. I love your faces, Jack. I'll see you later. Gwen, I'll talk to you here in just a few minutes. Let me sit down, have a cigarette, and then we'll go from there. I'm showing you my trashed house. One more shot of my lost cars. Learning to handle life. Learning through communication, if a lot better than... Oh, Misled Utopia finally joins the show. I was just about to give up. I'm feeling kind of worn, feeling kind of broken. But we made chili, man. We'll go back and enjoy the show. How about this? I know you got some things you value, some things that remind you of the moments in life that are worth living, right? For me, something like this pot of chili for me, this symbol of my father's love and appreciation through making endless pots of chili, or perhaps even this spoon. This is something that he got from his grandmother, I believe, that we made ridiculous amounts of chili and corn soup with. These things that remind us of the moments, the valuable things in life. The value in life here is the connections we make. Al would say that's the whole meaning. That's the whole purpose. It's that simple. It's not any more complicated than that. We make it complicated, right? Because we're scared it might not be enough. Well, it's enough, man. Those positive influences and impacts you make on this world through your interactions with other human beings is enough. It's a beautiful thing. And it's valued well beyond what you'll ever be able to understand in this physical form. I guarantee you that. So, with that being said, love yous. Rob, nice to chat with you later on. I got some stuff going on, but brother, get a hold of me. And with that being said, I'm going to stop wrapping my jap. Please check out the channel to the best of your ability. And I appreciate you deeply. Double tap that screen. Go check out Traveling Scott. Join the shit show. And remember, if you decided to subscribe, you're a member of the Turtle Herd. We weather the burden together here. Slow and steady. Nice and easy. And I'm off like a herd of turtles.